Hi, my little jazz birds. I miss you so much. I know we haven't talked in a long time, and I can't wait till I can hear what you've been up to. I hope you've been trying to do a lot of different things, playing with some toys in your house, doing your schoolwork. I hope you're moving a little bit. I hope you're maybe practicing your dances. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Either way, we're going to practice them today. We're going to practice some of our jazz technique. We're going to practice some of our stretching. We're going to do our isolations. All the things that we normally do in jazz class, we're going to do. You're going to follow along with Miss Heather. And I just want to let you know that Miss Ashley and I miss you so much. Miss Ashley says hello as well. And she's safe inside of her own home, just like all of us. So we are going to start off. We're going to do our isolations just like we start our jazz class, and then we're going to do our, warm up a little bit, and then we'll do a couple of our jazz technique things, and then we're going to go over our dance. All right, and hands on our hips. Spread our feet apart. Our feet should be shoulder length apart. We're just going to move our head. Remember, when we do isolations, we're only moving one part of our body. I bet you said that number one when I said it, because I say that to you about every week. So here we go. We're going to move our head. We're going to move it right and left. Right, left. And do it a little quicker. Now tilt your head to the right. And head down and up. And quicker. Now roll your head, stretch your neck out. Warm up that neck. Roll, roll, roll. Other side. Okay, and now your shoulders up and down. Up and down. Try to just move those shoulders. I know it's pretty tricky. Your arms are going to move a little bit too because they're attached to your shoulders. Okay, now quick. Now try to move just your right shoulder. Four of them. Just your left shoulder 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now alternate right, left. 7, 8. Now roll your shoulders. This is tricky. Roll those shoulders back. 6, 7, and 8. And forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, arms out. Let's move our rib cage. We reached. Now, remember, stick those feet right to the floor. Glue them right onto that floor. Stretch those arms way out. Our arms should be nice and straight. Our fingertips should be nice and straight. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. Squeeze those, stick those feet right to the floor. Good, now can we go out and in? So we're gonna put our hands on our hips, out and in. Out and in. Stick those feet, again, right to the floor. You can bend your knees, that might help. Out and in. Good, and now let's try to roll. And roll the other way, roll. And let's move our hips, side to side. Good, and roll those hips. Roll them, roll them, roll them. And just the hips, roll them. Okay, nice. All right, we are going to do our 25 jumping jacks. Ready? And go. Nice, and we're gonna reach to the right. Stretch, reach, reach, reach. And to the left. Reach those arms. Reach, reach, reach. To the right one more time. And reach to the left. And now we're gonna go down. Reach, reach, reach those hands. Bend and straighten. One more and roll up. Nice. Reach one more time to the right and to the left. Nice. We're going to sit down. We're going to put our legs in a straddle. We're going to reach, making sure our feet are pointed. Our legs are stretched. We're going to reach one more time to the right and to the left. To the right, to the left. Good, and reach, bend one leg in, reach to your right leg. Bend your other leg in, reach to your left leg. Nice, put your legs in butterfly. Hold your ankles. Put your nose to your toes. Sit up nice and tall. And again. Up nice and tall, and again. And last time. Good job. Okay, I have turned off the background music for this part because I want to go over pivot turns. A lot of us have trouble with pivot turns because it's a direction change, right? So I am going to use my dots to help you with a pivot turn. Now, I know that you don't have dots at home, but I know that you probably have a piece of paper that you can use, and I probably think that you have 3 pieces of paper that you can use. Maybe you even have construction paper at home that you can use to make a circle. What I would recommend doing is using one, and if you don't have construction paper, if you have plain white paper, if you have lined paper, you can use that and you can color it with crayons, because I'm sure we have crayons at home, or markers, or colored pencils, or anything, okay? So you can do a little project and you can make yourself 3 dots, because this will help with your pivot turns, okay? What I would suggest is picking 2 colors. So you're going to make 2 dots, 1 color. Let's say you pick the color purple. You make 2 purple dots, and then you pick the color yellow, because purple and yellow might look bright and sunshiny together, right? So make 1 yellow dot and 1 purple dot, okay? I don't have 2 of the same color dots, so for now I'm going to use a green dot, a red dot, and a purple dot. Now, what I'm going to do with my pivot turn is I'm going to do a right pivot turn first. So I'm going to put my left foot, and now you can see I've lined up my dots, one right after another. So I have 3 dots. I have a green one, a red one, and a purple one. And my red dot is in the middle. I'm going to put my left foot on my middle dot, okay? My middle dot is red, okay? So I'm going to stand here. Now, just like we do in our dance, we're going to do a pivot turn. For now, we're going to put our hands on our hips, and then we'll get our arms involved later. So with our pivot turn, we are going to put our left foot on our red dot, or on our middle dot. Mine is red. Yours might not be red. You might not even have dots. That's okay. But I'm going to put my foot on my red dot, which is in the middle, and I'm going to step forward on my dot that's in the front. Mine happens to be green with my right foot. I'm going to step. Now I'm going to turn. Now when I turn and I do my pivot turn, I'm not going to move my left foot off my middle dot. Okay? So that's the tricky part. So I am not going to move that left foot off the dot. I am going to keep it glued to that dot, and I'm going to turn around. Now now that I'm turning around backwards, I am going to move my right foot that's on my green dot in the front, and I'm going to step to my back dot, which happens to be purple, but I'm still not going to move my left foot off that middle dot, okay? I'm going to step forward, and then I'm going to turn around again, but I'm still not going to move that left foot that's on that middle dot. And I'm going to turn around, okay? You can do it on the other side as well. So you can do the left pivot turn by putting your right foot on the middle dot, stepping forward with your left foot, not moving this foot off the middle dot. My right foot is glued to that middle dot right now. And I'm going to turn this way. And then I'm going to step forward again. And I'm still not going to move this leg off this middle dot. And I'm going to turn around. Okay? Now, do not worry if you don't have dots. Do not worry if you don't have paper to make dots. Do not worry if you don't have time to make dots because you have schoolwork to do or your parents have to go to work. You don't need a dot to do a pivot turn. It's just a little activity that if you're bored or if your parents are home and they can help you, you can do, and it will help you with your pivot turns, okay? It's like an extra little tool in your toolbox that will help you with your pivot turns. But you can definitely do a pivot turn on the regular floor with no dots because that's exactly how we do it in class, okay? So we're going to do our right pivot turn, so we're going to keep our left foot on the floor, glued to the floor. The only foot that's moving right now is our right leg. So we're going to step forward and turn, step forward and turn. So that is our pivot turn. Now we're going to move we're going to do our left pivot turn. So we're going to keep our right foot on the ground. We're going to step forward with our left foot and turn, and step forward with our left foot and turn. And that is your pivot turn. Okay, we are going to do 2, maybe 3 more things before we go over our dance. This is a really good class. It's a really big class, but it's a really good class because we have a lot of kids in our class that really pay attention. So we are probably a good portion of the way through our dance, which is the good news because we won't have a lot of choreography to learn virtually. We can really focus on breaking down the things that we have a little bit of trouble with when we're doing our dance. So one of them was the pivot turn, which is why I really kind of went in depth and spent a lot of time on our pivot turn because a lot of our friends have trouble with that. And that's okay. It's the change of feet. It's the change of direction. It's tough, right? And it should be tough because if it wasn't tough, then why are we here, right? We're here to learn, okay? So the other thing that we have a lot of trouble with, again, because it's a weight change, It's kind of, you know, one of those things where you got to shift your weight a little bit. You got to know which foot, you got to know which foot's in the back, which foot's in the front, is our Lindy step. So it's our chasse, ball, change, our Lindy, okay? So we're gonna go over that, kind of break that down. So this is a really good opportunity that we're able to do this virtually and we're able to actually have a video, because sometimes we're in class and we go over it in class and then we go home and we're like, what did Miss Heather say I was supposed to do with that Lindy? What did I don't even know, I don't know what she said. So I'll have to wait till next Saturday to be in class. So now we'll actually have a video for you to break it down and really kind of see, and you can watch it over and over again if you wanted to, right? You can rewind this video and you can watch it over and over. So you'll always have it now, right? You'll always have access to the video. So if you want to practice at home, now you'll have a video kind of breaking down what you want to do so you can watch over and over. You can't do that when you're in class. We can break it down for you in class, and we do, but you can't watch it again and again, which now you'll be able to do. So that's kind of the cool part about this, right? So we're going to do our Lindy step, chasse, ball, change. We're going to use our put our hands in our hips, and we're going to go to the right first. So I'm just going to move over here so I can travel, because of my chasse is going to travel to the right. Number one, and I say this all the time, we want to start with our foot pointed and our leg is straight and our heel is off the floor, right? Because I don't like to see heels on the floor like this. I don't like to see the balls of our feet down. I want to see a nice pointed toe. We're standing up nice and tall. We're going to chasse to the right. So we're going to chasse to the right, and we're going to step behind us. Okay? So again, let's do that one more time. We're going to go really slow and really break this down. So our hands are on our hips. We're going to chasse to the right. Okay? Now a chasse has 3 steps, right? Step, together, step, right? This foot kind of chases that other foot, right? So chasse, we're going to point our toe. We're going to step on this foot, and this foot, so we're going to step onto our right foot, and our left foot is going to chase that foot. So step, together, step. So that's 3. Did you hear those and see those 3 steps? So step, together, step. 1, 2, 3. So here, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, so right, left, right. If we're going to the right, it's right, left, right. Now we're going to pick up our left foot and we're going to put it behind us. Left, and we're going to come off of our front foot. So we're going to put our weight onto our back foot. So we're going to step back, left step, front, and tendu. Because that tendu gets us ready to do the left side Lindy. Okay? So our hands are on our hips. We're going to chasse. I'm going to move over a little bit so I can really chasse. We're going to chasse to the left. So now on the left side, our left foot is the leader. Our right foot is the follower or the chaser. Pretend your feet are playing tag, okay? So you use your left foot first, and the right foot chases it. So we're going to step onto our left, step, together, step. We're going to use our right foot to put in the back and step on our left leg forward. Tendu, because now we're ready to do another one. Okay, so let's try that one more time. So we go. Hands on our hips. Smiles on our lips. That's like a rhyme. Okay, so we're going to the right. So our right foot is our leader. Our left foot is our follower, or the foot that chases our right foot. Okay, this is our right foot. This is our left foot. My foot is nice and pointed. Here we go. We're going to chasse, ball, change. Ready? Right, left, right, left, right. Tendu. Left, right, left, right, left. Tendu. Okay, we're going to pick it up and go a little bit faster. So let's see if we can do it faster. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. Step together, step, ball, change. Step together, step, ball, change, step together, step, ball, change, last one, step together, step, ball, change. How did you do? I know it's tricky, but hopefully now that you have the video, you can watch it again and again and again, and it will be less tricky for you. When we get back in the studio, I bet that everyone is going to probably show me that their Lindy's are so much better than when we left the studio. Okay? Okay, friends, last thing before we do our dance, and we're going to take a little bit less time on this today because we took a lot of time on pivot turns and Lindy steps, but we're going to take a little more time on this next week because this is another one of our super tricky things, right? So we're going to do our chaîné turns, okay? We do these every time in class. We're really going to break it down again so you have it so you can keep practicing them, okay? So for our chaîné turns, we're gonna go to the right first. So we're gonna tendu our right foot to the front. Okay, we're gonna start. So our Lindy step, we tendu to the side, right? For our chaîné turn, I want to first tendu to the front. Okay, so we're gonna step. Okay, onto releve. We're gonna step up into releve. Here, up, now. Here we are. Our right foot steps first. Our left foot is going to cross over our right foot. Now what we don't want to do is we don't want to turn backwards. We don't want to lift our left leg and turn backwards. We want our left leg to turn over our right leg, okay? We never want our left leg or our right leg, depending on which direction we're going in. But for a right chaîné turn, we never want our left leg to turn away from our right leg. We want it to turn close to our right leg, right? So if we cross over this way, it's close. If we put it this way and turn backwards, it's really far away from our right leg. So we want to make sure those legs are staying close. So we tendu to the front. And we want to look, remember we talk about spotting all the time, we want to look in the direction that we're going in. So we're doing a right chaîné turn, so we want to put our head to the right and look to the right. Now, we're going to go up to releve, we're going to cross over. Now notice, I'm still looking to the right, but I turn my head over my shoulder, and then we turn and finish. Now we'll go to the left. We tendu to the front, hands on our hips. We're gonna look to the left because that's where we're going. We're gonna go up, we're gonna go over, and we're gonna come down and tendu because that gets you ready for the other side. Okay, my jazz birds, we're gonna go over our jazz dance. So, this song is, did I mention, it's from The Descendants 1. I imagine that all of us parents know where to get it from because it is definitely a fan favorite. When I chose it and I played it for the first time, we had a lot of excitement. I know that I have played it on Apple Music. I use it to play off of. It's from a movie, so I'm sure that it's probably on YouTube. I've never looked myself, so I can't say. But I know that it's from a movie, so it's likely it is there. But I do know that my youngest, Mackenzie, plays it on the Amazon Alexa. So it's definitely on that as well. So if you have an Alexa in the house, it's on that. Google has a version. I don't know what it's called because I have an Alexa, so I'm not sure what the Google version is, but that might have a little Google, is it a Google Home? That might have it on there. And like I've been saying in all of these videos, I'm gonna try to get the music to you as soon as possible. I'm just trying to navigate the best way to do that. So that said, we are going to go over our dance. Now we remember in this, now there's a lot of us in this class. I think we have 12 or 13 of us in this class. I think it's 12. Yeah, 12 kiddos in this class. So if you remember, I've got my notes here. If you remember, we start off stage for this, okay? So we start off stage and we hold 2 counts of 8 before we run on, right? So I'm gonna come out of the picture for a minute, out of the video for a minute, but you're still gonna hear me counting, okay? Because when we start, we have our hands on our hips and we do our jazz runs on stage. What do we wanna make sure of? We wanna make sure that when we're doing our jazz runs, our hands are glued to our hips, and when we're running, we're trying to kick ourselves in the butt, right? And we're pointing our toes, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go out of the picture for a minute. You're still gonna hear me count them. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So remember, you have 8 counts to get to your dot, right? 8 counts to get to your dot. So now we're on our dot. We do our knee bounces. We do 4 knee bounces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do our pivot, turn, pivot, turn. Then we do our swing step. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we shout it out loud and we do our pose, pose. Yeah? Are you with me? Does everybody have that? So we did 4 knee bounces, pivot, turn, and then our swing snaps. We jump up and raise the roof, and we do our 2 poses. Hand on our hip, pop our heel up, arm is up in the air, and pose. Now, after that, those 2 poses, this is where we do our step claps. We do 4 of those because this is where we're changing our formation, right? So we're doing that nice kind of like circular kind of change thing. Don't worry about all those details. We're gonna go over that when we get back to the studio. But for now, we wanna do a nice step clap. So we step, clap up, step, clap down, step, clap up, step, clap down, and we jazz run to finish running to our spots. Okay, so now I'm on my new spot. I get to my new spot and then I'm going to do my chaîné turn. So I'm doing to the front with my right foot. I'm gonna go do my right chaîné turn and tendu, and then I'm gonna do my left chaîné turn. Nice, okay? So 2 chaîné turns, 1 to the right first, then 1 to the left, okay? Now after our chaîné turns, this part gets a little bit tricky because we have 2 separate lines here. So my ladies in the front line, and I think I have that written down, so let's see. Yeah, so Olivia, Holden, Julia, Brooke, Smith, Elizabeth, Claire, and Marcia are all in the front line for this part, right? So if they're in the front line, you jump up to your knee, down to your knees, and you rock out your air guitar. You're on your knees, right? If you are in my back line, and your name is Grace, Brooklyn, Emma, Peyton, Olivia D, or Annabelle, you're in my back line, right? So you jump up, same way, jump up, but you do your guitar standing up. You do your rock out with your air guitar, right? You're standing up, okay? Now, again, this part is a little different. So my ladies that are on the floor, and that again was Olivia Holden, Julia, Brooke, Elizabeth, Claire, and Marcia. If you are any one of those people, you're on the floor on your knees. You just did your air guitar. Now, you roll to your left, right? So I'm going to push over a little bit so you can see me. So you're going to roll to your left. So you roll to your left, and your arms go up, and then you roll to your right, but then you stop, right? We stop when we're facing the back because this part is where our friends come over and they help us off the ground. Okay? All right. So now, if you are in my back line, which again is Grace, Brooklyn, Emma, Peyton, Olivia, D, and Annabelle, if you are in my back line, you just jumped up, you did your air guitar, and you chassé to the right. So you're here, chassé, step, passe, and then we go chassé to the left, step, passe, right? And then we come forward and help our friend, right? We help our friend up. Okay, so perfect. Then from there is where, after we help our friends up, we're in a big straight line all the way across the stage, right? And if my memory is correct, and if I'm not correct, I'm sure you're going to tell me. I think, because this part is the part where we do these things one at a time, I think my friend Grace Morrison goes first. Because if I remember, every time I said one, she was right on the ball. But maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure you'll tell me, because you always do. All of you. You always tell me when I'm wrong. But I think I'm right for this one, okay? So when we stand up, we're in a straight line. The first pose that we do, and remember, this is one at a time. So remember, we talked about you all had a number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, because there's 12 of you, right? Okay, so we face the right. So we turn towards our right. So we're going to turn, we're in a straight line here. We're going to turn towards our right, and this is our pose. So we have one arm high up in the air, jazz hand. We have one arm down here, okay? So we're in our straight line, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go back the other way, right? So now we're here. We come back the other way and we go to our knees. Okay, right? Okay, so we're here, and then we go to our knees. And just remember, all of that happens one at a time. Okay, one at a time. It goes down, down this way, and then back the other way. Right? Okay. Okay, so, and then after our line, so we're done with our line now. We go here, we go hip, 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 just one kiss. Blow your kiss to the audience. So 1, 2, 3, 4, blow your kiss to the audience. Yeah? And then this next part, we're not going to worry about too much this week because we'll do it week 2, maybe week 3. We change up into groups. And I know that we have a group come over here, and we have a group come over here, and a group come over here. But I know that when we were choreographing that, it was March 7th, so it was the week right before we left the studio. So I need to go back and revisit that because I know we were playing around with who was going to be in what group. So put that aside for now. So let's do it again one more time. And let's do it more full out. I'm not going to stop as much, okay? Just remember, when we get to the part where we're in 2 separate lines and we jump up and do our air guitar, that there's 2 separate lines, right? That the people in the front go to their knee, but the people in the back line do not go to their knee, okay? So I'm going to go out of the picture for 1 second because I'm going to count to 8 2 times to start us off. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go, Jazz, run. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to your dot. 2, 3, 4. Pivot, turn, pivot, turn, swing, 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 and raise the roof out loud. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, jazz run, switch your spots. 6, 7, 8, chaîné to the right. And chaîné to the left. And we jump up and we're either on our knees or we're standing up. If we're on our knees, we're rolling on the floor. Chassé, step passé, chassé, step passé. We help our friends. And then Grace goes first. And we finish. And then we face forward, do our hips, and just one kiss. Okay, very good job, guys. Nice job today.